Hi, this is Stephanie Smith, and this is a pre-exercise screening conducted on the 12th of the 4th, 2020. I did have to use my husband as a case study. So yes, he is playing a female, Evelyn Edwards, during this interview. Due to the current climate, I was unable to use another client for these questions and processing the videos. Thanks. Hi Evelyn, thanks for coming today.
How you going?
Good. Rightio, so we're going to undertake a adult pre-exercise screening. This is a tool that we use just to see if there is anything underlying health-wise or any health concerns before we start any program within a gym. Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask you a few questions about yourself and your health in general. If you do feel uncomfortable at any stage, please let me know. And if you don't want me to ask you anything, please just let me know along the way. I am going to do a few measurements, etc. Take your heart rate, your blood pressure I would normally take, but unfortunately in this climate I don't actually have a blood pressure machine. So I have contacted you prior to this session to get a previous blood pressure reading for me. But firstly, I'm just going to go through a series of questions. They're just yes or no, and if you can answer those for me, that'd be great. But firstly, I'm just going to take some personal details. So I'll just put down your name, and can I ask your date of birth, please?
1st of the 2nd, 64.
No worries. Rightio. Has your doctor ever told you that you have a heart condition, or have you ever suffered a stroke?
No.
Do you ever experience unexplained pains in your chest at rest or during physical activity or exercise?
No.
No. Do you ever feel faint or have spells of dizziness during physical activity exercises that cause you to lose balance?
No.
Have you had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention at any time over the last 12 months?
Nope.
No. If you have diabetes, type 1 or type 2, have you had trouble controlling your blood glucose level in the last 3 months?
Nope.
No. And do you have any diagnosed muscle, bone or joint problems that you have been told could be made worse by participating in physical activity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of arthritis from an old ankle injury from
Yeah.
netball.
Okay. No worries. And do you have any other medical conditions that make it dangerous for you to participate in physical exercise?
No.
No? Okay, I'll just get you to sign the bottom of this for me, please. And just date it to the right. No worries. I'll explain the process of that screening tool after we do some further questions. So this is basically just a personal profile of yourself. I'm just going to put these details of your name again. What do you do for an occupation, Evelyn?
Nurse.
Yep. Okay. And your address?
10 Sturt Street, all right.
No worries. Contact telephone number?
0412.
Yep.
345.
Yep.
678.
No worries. And just an email address?
eedwards@gmail.com.
Thank you. And just an emergency contact?
Luke Edwards.
Yep. Contact phone number for him?
0400.
Yep.
000 000.
Thank you. That's an easy one to remember. All right. So I'm going to ask you your number one fitness goal. What would that be?
Strengthen whole body overall and maybe lose 5 kilos.
Okay. So in terms of losing that, what do you perceive, in terms of losing the weight and how you would perceive strengthening the body, what do you think you would have to do to achieve that? Is there some kind of exercise that you would do you have a set goal to strengthen?
Maybe get to 10 push-ups.
Yeah, yeah. So can you do any push-ups in the
About
right
4.
moment? Yeah, yep. Awesome. And is there any other goals, any other important goals for you at the moment?
Get back into my work clothes a bit more comfy.
Yeah. No worries. That's good. And what do you need to do for this to be successful, do you think?
I'll probably stop eating the way I am, change the eating habits.
Yep. And you work as a nurse, so I'm guessing you're quite busy with like organisation of meals and things like that, allowing yourself time to do a little bit more exercise. Do you think that'd be important?
I'd say so.
Yep. That's great. All right, so we're just going to ask a few things about you and your current exercising. So are you currently exercising at the moment?
A little bit.
Yeah. How many times a week would you say?
Maybe 2.
Yep. For how long?
Maybe half an hour.
Yep. Intensity, easy, moderate, vigorous?
Yeah, pretty easy.
Yep. Are you currently or recently been pregnant?
Nope.
No. Any medication that you're currently taking? Any supplements?
No, just a multivitamin.
Yep. No worries. Do you have any serious medical concerns at the moment, or have had any medical concerns?
Don't think so. Just apart from my ankle.
Yep. And you said that's arthritis?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so from the previous screening tool, because there was an answer to yes for the joint problems and with arthritis, what I would like to do moving forward is just to get a clearance from a physio before we do undertake any exercise program. So I'll just write a referral. Do you see a physio at the moment?
Oh, I haven't for a while.
Yeah. All right. I'll write to a physio and get clearance for that. All right, so I'm just going to do some further tests. First, I'm going to just take your heart rate. So if I just... All right, so we're just going to take your resting heart rate. So I'm just going to put a timer on. I'm going to do this for 15 seconds and I'm going to times it by 4 to get your resting heart rate. Rightio. And right. So resting heart rate is 76. And your last blood pressure reading?
120/80.
Okay. I'm just going to do some waist and hip measurements. Would that be okay? Righto, so we're going to do some waist and hip measurements. What I'll get you to do is just hold the tape measure at your belly button if that's okay. I'm going to bring this around. Rightio. I want you to just bring your arms up and back down again. Awesome. Thank you. 90. Rightio. Same deal. Get you hold that in front. Yep, just can I get you to bring that across to me? That's it. Awesome. 112. Right, I'll get you to take a seat. do some calculations. Right, so this one is 0.80. And with the waist to hip ratio for a female, basically you're right on that normal scale, so nothing you need to be concerned about. We're going to do BMI, and also your blood pressure was in normal range as well, which is great for what we want to see. Your height, how tall are you?
About 165.
Yeah. And weight?
About 80.
No worries. Just do another calculation. Rightio. So 29.38. That brings it to which. So with the BMI results, it does come in at overweight, but by looking at this program, and if we look at your healthy eating and changing a little bit through your lifestyle and making those few little tweaks and changes, hopefully you will see that come down into a healthy range. But everything else seems really good, so I wouldn't be too concerned at the moment. All right, I'm just going to get you to look at this with me. So how active would you say that your job would be? Sedentary, light activity, moderate activity, or strenuous?
Probably moderate.
Yeah. And how active is your day overall?
Moderate.
Yeah. And how many hours sleep would you get?
Maybe 7.
Yeah. In the past month, how often have you been physically restricted by your health, unable to perform like daily activities? Never, once or twice, once a week, once a day, always?
Probably once a day, probably.
Yeah, and what would that
Just
be?
the ankle pain.
Yeah, yep. In the past month, how often have you emotionally been affected by your health? Never, once or twice, once a week, once a day, always?
Once a week.
To the ankle as well? Yeah, yep. Okay, so I'm just going to read out a series of statements and just let me know what you describe your diet as being. I feel that my diet is healthy and does not require changing. I feel that there are a few changes I could make to my diet to improve my health. I feel that my diet requires a number of changes and I'm not sure where to start.
Probably that one.
Yeah. So we can go down and look at some healthy eating habits, and I can show you some guidelines with just the normal Australian guidelines and servings and things to eat. So we can go down that track. So I will circle that back so you can come back and chat to me about that. How much time can you commit to exercise plan per week?
Probably 2.
2, yep. And how much time?
Maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Yep. And what time of day do you prefer to exercise?
Morning or evening.
Yep. And what days of the week do you prefer to train?
Probably Monday or Wednesday.
Yep. And fitness activities that interest you, so that walking, stationary cycling, swimming, you do swimming, yep. Weight machines, stretching, yep. Running, rowing, cross trainer, free weights, sport, exercise classes, yeah. So like group classes, yep. Fitness. And what intensity would you like to exercise at?
Probably moderate.
Yep. And is there activities that don't interest you?
Running.
Yep. Awesome. I'll get you to just read that disclaimer down the bottom and sign for me down the bottom there. Awesome. All right, so based on your results, all I would just suggest is getting a clearance from a physio for this ankle injury moving forward, just to make sure that we don't aggravate it or cause any grief moving forward. When we get that clearance, we can start the program. Does that sound all right?
Sounds good.
We'll also organise a bit of a healthy eating habits questionnaire, and we'll go through that and just see where you're at with your eating. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome, thanks.
No worries.